From Hawk Stadium in Wall, Texas, the Concho Sports Network high school football big game of the week is on the air. And we have a good one tonight. The Friday night lights are on, and we have a battle between two undefeateds, two top 10 ranked teams about to go to war tonight as the Wall Hawks prepare to do battle against the Eastland Mavericks. I'm Darren Prater. Thanks for joining us on the Concho Sports Network. Vincent Salazar is alongside. This is what Texas high school football is all about. By the time we kick off, it'll be a packed house and two unbeaten teams. Not just that, they're in the top 10 too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. These two are both some of the best in the state of Texas. You know, a lot of people think this will be the best game in West Texas. Tonight, this might be the biggest game in the state of Texas when you put these two undefeateds. And you definitely got to keep an eye out there for a lot of the big-time playmakers and big-time, most likely college aspects that will be playing on the field here tonight.
That's right. Coach Houston guys, Wall Hawks returned 6 starters on offense and defense from last year's 9-3 regional semifinal team. This year, the Hawks are ranked number 2 in the Lone Star State in Class 3A Division I, according to Dave Campbell's Texas Football. They come into this game a perfect 7-0. They're 2-0 in District 3-3A. They have wins over Mason, a tough, grinded-out win over Cisco, Midland Christian, Sonora, Big Spring, Clyde, and another tough victory, 14-7 last week against Jim Ned. Vince, let's talk about last week. A muffed punt gave the Hawks the ball at the Indian 24-yard line. 5 plays later, quarterback Mason Fuchs hit Kai Herbert for the go-ahead touchdown to take the lead 14-7, and that's where it stayed. They have a great defense, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, we were here last time, well, actually a couple weeks out, back when they played against the Sonora Mustangs here. And, boy, that defense was one of the most phenomenal we've seen this year. I mean, this is going to be a big challenge tonight, of course, against Eastland. But if anybody's up for the challenge, it's going to be that Wall Hawk defense.
They have a dominating defense, man. They held Jim Ned to 68 yards of offense last week. Guess how many yards rushing? None. A big goose egg. They also forced 2 turnovers. This is a turnover-forcing machine. They limited Jim Ned to their lowest score all year, and that's a stout football team. Previously, their lowest points were 28 points. The Hawk D forced losses on 7 plays. Jim Ned was stopped several times in the red zone. And then with under 6 minutes to go in the game, Wall converted 2 third downs and 1 fourth down to run the clock out. They had a fourth quarter score against Cisco that won them the game. So defense and an offense that runs the old school flex bone, just grinding out yards and getting just enough ahead to let the defense win it for them, man.
Yeah, and that's been their bread and butter all this year. So tonight it'll definitely be put to the test. We got to see how well that flexbone offense can respond against what's been an equally powerful team in Eastland.
Coach James Morton's Eastland Mavericks returned 6 starters on offense and 7 on defense from last year's 9-4 regional semifinal team. This year, they are ranked number 7 in the state of Texas. They have wins over Comanche, West, tough Albany team, Childress, Jacksboro, Early, and Breckenridge. Whereas Wall is the turnover-forcing machine in the defense, this is defense against offense. They have a high-octane scoring machine led by a 4-star Division I quarterback in Texas Tech commit Baron Morton. Man, is he something. Now, the lowest amount of points they've scored is 25 against Childress. They've scored over 40 points in all but 2 games. Last week against Breckenridge, they scored 76 points, man.
Yeah, this is definitely a very dangerous team. You talked about it earlier. They utilize a shotgun, and with a guy like Morton back there, he's dangerous. If you look at him this season so far, he's got 164 attempts with 108 completions, going for 1,942 yards and 23 touchdowns on the season. This is a guy tonight that the Hawks are going to have to put pressure on if they want any chance to stop the Eastland offense.
You can't let him just stand back there and complete passes. They have receivers, 5 of them over 100 yards so far. 9 of their receivers have scored. Alex Gonzalez is the leader, 642 yards and 4 touchdowns, followed by Anthony Bonilla at 640 yards and 7 touchdowns. Peyton McLean, Dylan Wilson, the sophomore Brian Fielding, and the junior Brandon Fielding, they've all caught passes for touchdowns. Isaiah Hernandez, Grayson Forbes, Chris Hicks, that's just in the air. Oh, they can run, too. Mark Zarate has over 107 yards and a touchdown. Nathaniel Cruz will handle a lot of the offensive running duties, 148 yards. Anthony Bonilla, Cooper Wright, and Morton himself, He can run too. He has 90 yards and just 5 touchdowns on the ground, Vince. That's all.
And, that's something a lot of teams don't look at when you utilize an air raid offense like Eastland does, is you kind of neglect the run game. So you definitely cannot let that get behind you if you're the Hawks tonight. You have to equally pay attention to the run and the pass game, or it could be a long night here for the Hawks.
The Hawks are up to the challenge. Ranked number 2, Colton Debish has 55 solo tackles. Junior Drew Morrison. Drewby has 55 as well. Bryson Ballard has 43, Espinoza with 41, Fedor 34 tackles, Joe Walker 37 solo tackles. Walker is the sacks leader with 6. Andrews has 2 picks, plus Debish, Wiggins, Morrison, and Ballard have a pick each. And they can recover a lot of fumbles, too. They have 8 players that have recovered fumbles.
Yeah, that's going to be big tonight for the Hawks, as they got to find a way to force some turnovers here. Of course, that's going to be probably the big margin. If they can find a way to win the turnover battle, they got a good chance of pretty much holding on here and taking control of the district over Eastland.
The Wall Hawks grind out wins. Cisco's tough. They beat him. Jim Ned's tough. They beat him. Barely, but the defense was so impressive, and the offense did just enough to get it done. Eastland, they score a lot. Let's talk about the history. Okay, Eastland and Wall both, I will put them with teams like, well, Cisco for quite a few years. They're those teams, when they're on your schedule, you look at the schedule and you go, well, we're going to get beat. We're going to get beat that week. We're going to get beat another week, because they're always good. Eastland won the Class 2A state championship in 1982 with a 28-6 win over East Bernard. Now we have a father-son deal tonight. James Morton is the coach, and Barron Morton is his son. When they won state in 82, they had the same thing. Coach Rod Hess and quarterback Jay Hess. But guess who the fullback was on that state championship team? James Morton. So this coach, he's played in the state championship, and the Eastland folks are hoping, hey, we have a father and son team. Maybe we can do it again. And I'm from Dublin, Texas. We saw Eastland a lot, and we were always like, oh, boy, we have to play Eastland. I want to give a shout-out to my friend Tom Ellis. He's listening to us in Denver, Colorado. 1985, Eastland hadn't lost a home game in years, and Dublin upset him. Tom played well in that game, so I want to give him a shout-out. Coach Bill Bryant got his win over Eastland, got the last laugh before he left Dublin, and that was huge for us, because wins over Eastland just didn't come that often. We didn't beat them again until the 90s, hadn't beat them since. So that was very special. So shout out to Tom and Darren Turley and the late Kobe Frank as well. Some great memories of some great football. And this is what it's all about. The stand's starting to fill up, and we are just about ready to go, man.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. Like we mentioned, both these teams, of course, trying to make that fight to get the Jerry World to play for a state championship this year. But, of course, it all comes through this one first. If you can win this one, you're putting yourself in a really good position to get ready for those big-time opponents to make their way to Dallas.
You betcha. The Wall Hawks are coming out onto the field, and we're just about ready to go. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on the Concho Sports Network. High school football, big game of the week. And we are ready to go with the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. The captains are on the field, the stands are full, and we're ready for one of the biggest games in the state of Texas tonight, as number 2 Wall takes on number 7 Eastland. Wall and Eastland about to go to war. Concho Sports Network fans, if you'd like to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV in high definition, all you have to do is install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device. Just search Concho Sports. We invite you to check it out to get the best viewing experience. Darren Prater here. Vincent Salazar is alongside. And we are just about ready to go.
Yeah, we are. We took a look here. I was trying to see who won the toss. What I can make out so far is we'll have the Hawks starting from the north side, while the Mavericks will be on the south end. We got to wait to see who will be officially kicking off. It looks like it's going to be the Mavericks kicking off first. So I think the Hawks will get their first shot here at the end zone.
Mavericks in their white pants with black stripe, black and red numerals on the white jerseys. And it's a little deceiving. It
Yeah,
looks
it
like a Longhorn on their red helmets, but it's a red Eastland Maverick.
It's actually going to be the Hawks kicking off here to the Mavericks, so Hawks will get it in the second half.
Anthony Bonilla is their biggest kickoff returner. 184 yards on kickoff returns this year. He has 85 yards as his longest one. And we are ready to go. Ain't it great being in the Lone Star State tonight, folks? Wall versus Eastland, and here we go. It's a line drive kick taken at the 10, 15, 20, trying to get to the outside and brought down in the middle of the field right at the 25-yard line. And that is where the Eastland Mavericks will start after the return, which was about 15 yards. Mavericks like to air it out on offense. We know that.
Yeah, so this will be the big answer here for the Hawks. If they can find a way to get a 3-and-out here early against this Maverick offense. And for the Mavericks, they can kind of establish themselves here and try to get a good running first against this defense.
The Texas Tech commit, Baron Morton, the junior, leads this offense. He'll have a back to his left with 3 in the flight pattern. Going to throw it in the flat across the 30, 35, down to close to the 40-yard line is Alex Gonzalez, the 180-pound senior, and a nice pickup for Gonzalez, and that will be over 10 yards to move the sticks for the Mavericks. This is what they like to do, and they're going hurry up too, Vince. Morton, pressure coming. Morton flips it out, and it's going to be either an incomplete pass or a fumble. They're going to call it dead. He was trying to flip the ball to Anthony Bonilla, and he had a wall hawk right on top of him.
And right now we've seen the Hawks do a good amount of bringing pressure on to Eastland. You know, we talked a little bit about how well this offensive line has done this season for the Mavericks, so we'll have to see how they can hold containment against the Hawks.
Brandon Fielding will stand to the left of Baron Morton. 2 wide receivers to each side. And an incomplete pass for Morton. He had to rush that one a little bit too. And now the Wall Hawk fans will rise to their feet. It's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, big chance to get that early stop here and try to get the ball to your offense.
Gonzalez and Wilson at the bottom of the screen. They'll be joined by Anthony Bonilla, 1 receiver at the top. Fielding stands to the right of Morton. Morton rolling out to throw. Morton fires it downfield in the middle of the field, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for the 195-pound senior Anthony Bonilla. He wants a flag. He's not going to get it. It's 4th down.
That should be pretty fortunate, actually. Morton doing the number 1 quarterback no-no, passing back across the body. That thing could have been picked off, but excellent stop there by the Hawk defense.
Morton averages 41 yards a punt. The longest is 51. He's also kicked 3 field goals. His longest field goal is 31 yards. So we're going to see a lot out of the junior Texas Tech commit, Baron Morton. Two Hawks back to receive at the 25-yard line, and here Morton, a booming kick, real good kick around the 25-yard line. It will be fielded 30, 35, and good field position for the Wall Hawks on their first possession. That's the fullback, Chase Rios. They run out of the flex bone. That means usually 2 slot backs, 2 wides, and Rios is the fullback. Mason Fuchs, the 155-pound senior, leads this flex bone offense for the Wall Hawks in their green uniforms with white numerals and white helmets.
Kind of have that New York Jet look to them a little bit.
Got a little Seahawk-looking thing for the Wall Hawks. Here's Fuchs and company. They'll overload the left side, and now whistles blow. Somebody moved.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement before the play, but we'll see who they caught off guard.
Chase Rios will do a lot of the running, but Connor Diersky, Kai Herbert, Grady McCrae, Lex Dusek, they all have to run and block in this offense.
Yeah, they're going to get a false start here on the Hawks to back them up 5 yards.
So the Mavericks got a first down, went over 10 yards on their first play. Then the Hawk defense shut them down. Hawks 1st and 15 after the penalty. 34-yard line, handoff. And the ball carrier takes a violent hit at the 36-yard line. That's going to be Chase Rios, the 170-pound junior. You have to be a tough kid to play in this kind of offense that they run.
Yeah, you really have to. You have to be very physical utilizing the flex. You know, you can get a lot of yardage out of it, but you got to be able to be physical to make enough holes to really get something going.
Here's the pitch, Rios trying to go wide. Rios cuts it upfield. He's hit around the 36, 37-yard line and spun around, and they'll stop him. It's going to be second down.
That's something they were very successful to do a couple weeks back against the Sonora Mustangs, is busting it to the outside to get some big yardage. But tonight they're going to have to be able to really utilize that, because you got a really good front defensive line from Eastland who can easily match with that speed.
Pardon me, I meant to say third down. First third down of the game for the Wall Hawks. It's 3rd and 11 on the 38-yard line. Double slots, double wides. Rios, the fullback. Fuchs is rolling out to throw, and he completes it at the 50-yard line.
Boy, it's going to be close.
That's going to be close to the first down. And it's Connor Dierski, the 160-pound senior, on the reception. They're going to mark it around the 49-yard line, pretty close.
Yeah,
and now they move the chains. Well, now they got it.
They were moving them.
Yeah, the chain gang was starting to move, then they went back. White Hat says first down.
Yeah, he's still signaling over there to the side officials to get the chains to move. Now they're moving.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First completion of the game for Mason Fuchs. It's to Connor Dierski, and a good little gain. About 13 yards on the gain. So the penalty didn't hurt them too bad. They made up for it. Now they have a fresh set of downs near midfield.
Yeah, so far both offenses able to get first downs on their first drives, but let's see if the Hawks can find a way to get back down into Mason territory.
From the flex bone, handoff and a yard gain on the play. Eastland defense sniffed it out. Anthony Bonilla, the senior, got to the ball carrier first. 195-pound senior. Real good on offense and defense. Just underway in Wall, the big game of the week. 2 top 10 teams going head-to-head. Wides to both sides, slot backs on both sides, and Rios is your fullback. Here's Fuchs on 2nd and 9. Option. Fuchs cuts it upfield, and he is inside the 45-yard line. Good little gain from Mason Fuchs, the quarterback.
You look at the replay here, excellent fake off there. He actually caught me off guard a little bit with that run, but excellent job to cut back to the inside and go up for a couple yards there.
Once again, the safety, Anthony Bonilla, got to him first. He's very aggressive in this Eastland Maverick defense. From the flex bone, maybe have a free play here. Fuchs is going to go deep down the sideline trying to hit Dierski, and it's overthrown. And it looks like the Eastland Mavericks were offsides.
Yeah, they're definitely bringing pressure, and they jumped just a little bit too quickly there, and that's going to cost them 5 yards, and that'll be a first down for the Hawks.
So that's 2 first downs on this drive. This is what the Wall Hawks do. Run, 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 then they'll get you with the play action. And they had some good results there from Fuchs on the option keeper. Chase Rios has 641 yards and 5 touchdowns so far this year. Connor Dierski is the leading receiver, 6 touchdowns this season. They'll send a man in motion. Fuchs is going to keep it, and he is hit hard at the line and goes nowhere.
Now this time just good penetration there by the Eastland defense, able to break through the offensive line and get a stop on the run before it could even get developed.
Peyton McLean, the lineman, got to him first. 2nd down and 12. Just over 8 minutes to play first quarter. First possession for Wall.
Looks like the Mavericks are favoring rushing 4 again, but we'll see if they pull it back or they go with 4 full.
They like to send Colton Debish in motion. They do it again. And Debish has the ball, and the ball is on the ground. The Mavericks will have it. Right around midfield. Eastland Maverick football. The first big mistake is made by Wall. That's Bryson Ballard, the junior, that got on the fumble.
Yeah, we watch it here. Just not the pitch off they were hoping to get. Looks like they were trying to get it out to Colton Debish, and he was just unable to fully grasp onto the ball off the pitch. And boy, what a big turnover that the Hawks did not want to give away.
They seem to not be communicating before the play. They seem to have some trouble getting the play in. Look out, Baron Morton is back on the field. They shut him down for the most part the first drive. He fires to the sideline, complete, 45 to the 40-yard line, and it's going to be an Eastland first down.
Yeah, just another quick screen. So far, these 2 first downs that the Mavericks have been able to get are off of these screen plays real quick.
He likes to hit Bonilla on those. Bonilla comes in motion from the top of the screen to the bottom. Now the pitch goes to the left side. That's Brandon Fielding, and he is a tough runner. Fielding will get a few on the play. Brought down by Bryson Ballard. These linebackers for Wall are a really good bunch. They are well known for causing turnovers.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they got a lot of speed within them, and they're very physical up front.
Morton wants to throw. Morton going deep down the far sideline, and it's overthrown. That again was Anthony Bonilla. It looked like he had a step on the defender, but Morton put a little bit too much on it.
Boy, it was going to be hard with Joe Walker right on him. He gave a good wallop to Morton after the play, but he definitely felt the pressure on that one.
They're going to have to get to him. They're going to have to put hands on him. Morton rolling, hit as he throws the ball, and it's incomplete.
And that's something that the offensive line's going to have to adjust against tonight. These Hawks are going to be bringing the pressure on almost every down against the Mavericks.
Dylan Wilson, the 105-pound junior, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 8, Vince.
Another big stop there by the Hawk defense, especially giving off the early turnover. Let's see if the Hawk offense can find a way to respond if they get this ball back.
Colton Deebish is one of the Hawks back ready for the kick, along with Bryson Ballard, I believe.
Looks like a flag might have popped out here for a delay of game, I think.
Alex Gonzalez came into the game on substitution a little bit late, so that's going to back the Mavericks up. Now 2 Hawks will go deep to receive this thing. That's Colton Deebish. Morton, good punter. And it's going to go inside the 5, inside the end zone. And the Hawks will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. On their second possession, they were moving the ball well on the first one, then a turnover. So the first big mistake went to Wall. We'll see if they can make up for it on this drive. If you want the perfect spot to eat before or after the game, head over to Wingstop, Knickerbocker Road in Southwest Plaza. They make the best wings in town. So stop by before or after the game on Friday nights and celebrate with Wingstop, Knickerbocker Road in San Angelo. Mason Fuchs and Company from the 20. Fuchs wants to keep it, and he will get a few out across the 22 around the 23-yard line.
And so far, these direct snaps of Nathan Fuchs have been pretty successful for the Hawks, at least getting minimal yardage. And that's kind of what you need utilizing this flex, at least try to get something out of these runs to get you in a much more convertible spot.
Fuchs was 8 of 14, 110 passing yards in the game against Jim Ned last week, has 508 total hard yards this year in the air. Fuchs looks to the sideline. Double wides, double slot backs from the flex bone. Fuchs, he's going to pitch it right side. And there's some running room across the 30, out to the 34-yard line, and a good pickup for Kai Herbert.
Yeah, that pitch good enough to get a first down here for the Hawks. So right now doing a good job moving the ball on the ground. And that'll help them move this drive on.
Herbert has a touchdown this year, and it was against Jim Ned last week that made the difference in the game right before halftime. On a pass from Fuchs. They'll bring everybody in tight. Right side pitch. It's Herbert again across the 40 and out to the 42. Wall Hawks doing what the Wall Hawks do.
Yeah, so far doing a good job still moving this ball against the Maverick defense. And yeah, they were kind of starting a little bit in a rougher field position this time at the 20, but right now quickly moving it back to midfield.
Their first possession was going well. An errant pitch picked up by Bonilla from the Mavericks stopped the drive. Now it's 2nd and 3 for Wall. Just about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Handoff off right tackle. Not a lot there.
Yeah, looks to be good enough for the first down, at least there for the Hawks, so I'll keep it going.
Just a few yards in a cloud of dust, whatever it takes to get the first down. Dylan Carlton in to make the stop. 1st and 10, ball is at the Hawk 45-yard line. Wides to both sides. Lex Dusick is at the top of the screen. Man in motion, Fuchs wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, now he's rolling out to his left, looking, and there's not much there. Not much there at all. Dylan Broyles, the 210-pound senior defensive end, put the stop on Mason Fuchs.
Yeah, it definitely was a dangerous one there. I think Fuchs was trying to see if maybe somebody was open downfield, and at the same time was maybe thinking maybe try to scramble, but there was definitely nothing open for him to really do either way.
They'll give him a loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11 from the 44. Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week with Darren Prater and my trusty sidekick, Vince Salazar. Having fun tonight in Texas. Here's Fuchs. Hands off up the middle. That's Rios. Across midfield, and he is into Maverick territory at the 46-yard line.
Excellent run there by Rios, and that's just because you got the Maverick defense on their heels being more cautious about Fuchs' utilization to run, so definitely can utilize different run plays on this defense.
Again, Rios has 5 touchdowns this year. Fuchs himself has 7 on the ground. Man in motion. Fuchs is going to run it across the 45 and grinding out yards. Fuchs down to the 41-yard line. And that's going to be another first down on the ground for the Wall Hawks.
Yeah, so right now, still an excellent job here by the Hawks, just using their groundwork to basically move down the field. But don't be surprised to see a pass play somewhere here in the drive to try to catch the Mavericks off guard.
1st and 10 from the 42. Double tight ends, double wings. And there goes Mason. 45, 40 to the 35, 34-yard line.
It's going to be a good game there by Mason, able to, as you see there, just making usage, being patient, waiting for his blocks to develop from his offensive line, and basically taking it all he can get. Another big game there for the Hawks.
Number 2, head-to-head against number 7, the battle of the undefeateds tonight. Wall they have a good drive going, 2nd down and 1 at the 33. Look for them to just grind it out a while. Well, never mind. Fuchs is going to go deep. He's got a man inside the 5-yard line. And it's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Connor Diersky, the 160-pound senior, and the Wall Hawks strike first blood. Fuchs to Diersky. Touchdown Wall.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. You start to lull the defense down by utilizing a lot of running games. Eventually a passing lane is going to open up. And that's a big one there for the Hawks to get the opening score.
Just when I said they would probably grind it out on 2nd and 1. Here's the snap, and the extra point is good. 2:24 to go. Wall strikes first blood. It's 7-0 Wall over Eastland. We'll be back with the Hawk kickoff after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week.
Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
We're back on the Concho Sports Network high school football big game of the week. It is 7-0 Wall. They strike first against Eastland with 2:24 to go in the first quarter. Mason Fuchs hooked up with Connor Dierschke for the touchdown. Good kick, fielded inside the 15-yard line, middle of the field, 25. And past the 25-yard line, around the 23 is where the Eastland Mavericks will be moving right to left.
A good return. Don't believe we're going to see much of a change from the Eastland Maverick offense. I expect to see more utilization of those quick screen passes to move the ball down the field. They've been successful so far here against the Hawks.
Baron Morton over 1,900 yards, 23 touchdowns passing this year. That kid is good, and he's only a junior. His dad played on the '82 state championship team at Eastland. Head coach James Morton. Handoff off right tackle across the 25-yard line. That's going to be Brandon Fielding, the junior. Was watching the game against Sonora, and Fielding made some really tough runs. I mean, one guy hits him, that's not going to do it.
Because they got a penalty called on the play, and it looks to be against the Hawks there.
28-yard line, 1st and 10 now.
Pick up.
Morton, ball tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. Intercepted 30-yard line. That's what this defense does best. And they got the interception.
Yeah, you talked about it earlier in the pregame, Darren. That's one thing this defense does a fantastic job of doing, and that's getting turnovers. And right now, that's a big plus to give the ball right back to your offense in excellent field position.
I'm trying to see from our vantage point who got that. Ball will be at the 31. So that's a turnover apiece so far. A fumble for Eastland and an interception. A fumble for Wall, interception for Eastland. Baron Morton, they may get in his head now. They've been running him all over the place. Coming after him. Fuchs, gonna pass. Got a man. Wow. Overthrown at the 10-yard line. He was trying to hit Kai Herbert, the junior, on the pass. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he had an earlier one also for Herbert where he overshot him as well. It was on that free play they were giving off the encroachment from Eastland. But right now, like we said, we've seen a lot of good runs so far from this squad. Expect them to utilize that, and once again, utilize that passing as well to keep the Mavericks off guard.
The interception has them on the 31-yard line. An incomplete pass has it 2nd and 10. Here's the pitch to the right side. 25, close to the 20-yard line. And a good little pickup. That's the first time we've seen Cinch Dickey, the 185-pound senior, with the ball.
Yeah, good job so far beating this pressure by the Hawk offense. You know, earlier on in this ball game, we saw the Eastland Mavericks utilizing 3 guys up front. They were disguising a 4th, and now they're not even hiding it at all. They're immediately bringing 4 guys on, trying to stop this run. But so far, nothing going as the offense completely doing what they want on the ground.
Nathaniel Cruz, Adrian Garcia, Dylan Broyles, big guys up front for the Mavericks. From the bone, Fuchs going left side. He will run into a crowd of white, black, and red jerseys. Short little gain that will get them inside the 20-yard line, and it will move the sticks.
Slowly but surely, they're working their way back into the red zone here against the Mavericks. And boy, this is just kind of putting more and more pressure back on that defense.
Eastland can't afford to play too tight because the pass for the touchdown worked. You get them up close and then go for the play action. It's worked well for the Wall Hawks. 1st and 10 on the 20 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Dierschke comes in to be the tight end. Twins to the top of your screen. And here's Rios. He's going to lose some yards.
I think the Hawks might have tried to scare Eastland a little bit with a pass. They had 4 guys out wide, then brought them right back in, making them think maybe a pass. Tried to trigger them with a run, but this time around, good job by the Eastland defense staying home to stop the run.
Brandon Fielding, Dylan Broyles on the tackle. 2nd down and 14. Hawks with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. They are on the Maverick 24-yard line. Fuchs hands off up the middle and will go a very short distance. And that's going to probably be the end of the first quarter with 6 seconds to go. They'll regroup and we will head to the second. Wall with the ball, 3rd and 12 on the Maverick 22-yard line. Wall Hawks 7, Eastland Mavericks nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. Want something to eat while watching the game? San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery delivers all your local favorites. San Angelo To Go. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from the iTunes or Google Play Store. San Angelo To Go, the local way to go. We have a good one here in Wall, Texas tonight. One of the biggest games in the Lone Star State. Number 2 Wall leads number 7 Eastland 7-0. Wall with the ball on the Eastland 22-yard line. It's 3rd and 12. Fuchs wants to throw. Fuchs across the middle, ball tipped in the air, and it will fall incomplete.
Yeah, big 4th down here for the Hawks. They're trying to think about what to do.
Connor Dursky, the intended receiver, he has a touchdown so far tonight. He took a violent hit from Anthony Bonilla on the play.
This might be 4th down territory possibly here for the Hawks.
Why not? They're down here. Be almost the equivalent of a touchback, so if Eastland gets the ball. Here they go, going for it on 4th and 12. Fuchs to throw. Fuchs going deep. End zone, into a crowd, tipped in the air.
I think it might have been intercepted.
And incomplete. He tried to hit Dursky in the end zone, and there were several Eastland Mavericks around it. They had a chance to pick it off. So Eastland will take over. The Eastland D comes through, and they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, big stop there by the Eastland defense to stop the Hawks from going up 2 scores, giving their offense another chance here. I know you were looking for the player who got that pick off earlier. Was
Nathaniel Fedor.
Nathaniel Fedor. That's
okay.
Actually his first pick of the season for the Hawks.
So Fedor with the pick. 1 turnover apiece. Baron Morton's going to run it, and he is upended just as he started to cut it upfield. Great defensive play for the Wall Hawks.
Trying to utilize a little bit of that Wall Hawk offensive scheme and just unable to get going with the run as the Hawk defense bear down on him quickly.
4 receivers. Baron Morton is going to throw into the flat to the near side. He's got a man, and he is swallowed up immediately.
Thought they might have missed a hold somewhere on the left side, but in the end, that's going to go down at least as a completion there for the Mavericks.
Nathaniel Cruz caught the pass and paid for it. 3-yard gain. It's 3rd and 7 on the 23. Big 3rd down here as the Wall defense bears down. They have safeties playing back. Morton to throw. Morton is incomplete. Alex Gonzalez, the senior, couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, thrown just a little bit too high from Gonzalez to take a look. We had the pressure coming on him. Gonzalez trying to reach up for the pass, but thrown just a bit too above him. And then, boy, I mean, it's just the pressure's been on Morton all night tonight. The Hawks are not making it comfortable for him at all back there.
Justice Watkins, the safety, 150-pound junior safety, had the coverage on the play. So here comes Morton back on to punt on 4th and 7 from the 26-yard line. Wall leads it 7-0. High kick from Morton. And it's going to be fielded. Far
Walker.
side 40, Joe Walker, 45, and he's down near midfield. So on one of the drives, the Hawks started at the 20-yard line. That's the worst field position they've started on. And They marched it down there to score.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to spot it this time. There's a late flag that flew out from the officials on the far sideline. I'm going to be curious who they call this on.
Going to be a hold against the Hawks.
Yeah,
or a block in the back.
That's going to hurt a little bit because they would have been starting pretty close to the 50. That's going to at least back them up inside the 45.
Mark the ball at the 41. Concho Sports Network, big game of the week. 2 top 10s going to war. Mason Fuchs has thrown for a touchdown pass so far tonight. Just underway in the second quarter. Double wides, double slots. Pitch, left side, across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
That was a good late pitch, but I think it was Nathaniel Cruz who did a good job of waiting back there behind the line. Actually, that's going to be Isaiah Hernandez waiting behind there. They're able to make the first contact on the play to stop that one from really getting going on a good pitch.
Colton Debish, the senior, didn't get much. They'll give him a yard. 2nd and 9 on the 42. They'll bring in the tight ends and double wingbacks. Fullback is Chase Rios. Wingback in motion. Fuchs, option keeper, dances around and will get back to the line of scrimmage maybe just a little bit further.
Yeah, good job again by keeping an eye on Fuchs here. They're trying to utilize that quarterback sneak again, or that quarterback draw. And so far, good job of sniffing it out now by the Mavericks.
Maverick fans ready to make some noise. It's 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Their own 43 for the Green Machine. From the flex bone, it's Fuchs looking to throw, ball caught around the 50-yard line. That's Caleb Hortz with his first reception of the night. And the senior got close to midfield, but not enough for a first down.
They'll be short. I think this time around, they're going to be way short. I would say maybe the safest play to do here is just punt the ball away.
Well, you have the lead 7-0, and you have the wall defense, so no worries as the punting unit comes out onto the field. Reese Horton will be the punter for the Hawks. The sounds of Friday night football in Texas, nothing like it. The punt on 4th down. Inside the 30-yard line. A Hawk snatches it up, and that's where Barron Morton and company will start their job on offense.
And so far tonight, we saw earlier on in the first quarter a good job by the Mavericks utilizing that screenplay to get the ball down the field. But right now, there's so much pressure coming in from that Wall Hawk defense. Morton has not been comfortable back there, and the offensive line has to do something to buy him some more time back there to find an open man.
Morton, pitch, left side. And down the sideline. Dropped around the 35-yard line. That's Brandon Fielding. Anthony Bonilla, Peyton McClain, wide to the right. 2 other receivers top of your screen.
Going back to that hurry up again.
2nd down and 5, 5-yard gain. And the clap from Morton. Throwing his pass. Upstairs, ball caught in Hawk territory.
That's the exact play you want there if you're the Mavericks. We take another look at it. Just a quick release this time around from Morton. And a good completion downfield.
That's Dylan Wilson, the junior, on the reception. Now they hurry up. Morton across the middle, tipped in the air. Could have been picked off. It's going to fall incomplete. I believe Drew Morrison, the junior, got his hand on that one.
Yeah, they've already had a dangerous tip earlier on here. And we this team utilizes that fast-paced offense really quickly here, which is very good against certain teams. But you have to be very careful against a really well-disciplined Wall Hawk defense who kind of thrives on this fast movement.
3 in the flight pattern for the Mavs. Blitz coming. incomplete. Morton had to get rid of it. And there were several Wall Hawks hot on his trail.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they were going to try to develop some type of small screen to Brandon Fielding. But once again, just really that pressure up front, not even allowing him time to get anything developed.
3 receivers bottom of your screen on the wide side, 1 to the top. And it looks like Eastland may have moved.
Yeah, it's going to be big if that is a false start there on the Mavericks.
It's going to turn 3rd and 10 into 3rd and 15. They don't want that. Morton has thrown an interception tonight. The only turnover for the Hawks, a fumble. 4 in the flight pattern. Fielding stands to the right of Morton.
Oh, it's going to be another false start.
Wow. Mavericks look a little rattled. And they're going to mark it off again. That's 3rd and 20.
And I won't be surprised if it's a lot from both the atmosphere they're playing at and the pressure they're getting up front. It's probably making them a little bit jumpy up front there.
Hawks showing blitz. Here they come. On 3rd and 20, Morton going deep. Morton in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Dylan Wilson. Good coverage on the play from the Hawks.
That looked to be Cinch Dickey on the coverage for the Hawks. We'll take another look at it again. That's actually, no, that's going to be Colton Debish on the coverage, and just a good job staying with his man foot for foot, forcing the incompletion. If not, that's probably going in for 6.
7.5 to go. First half, 7-0. Wall leads Eastland in this battle of top 10s. 4th down and 20 from the 44. Morton is going to kick it away. Another good kick from Morton. And it will bounce into the end zone for the touchback. Wall will have it at their own 20. Football fans, want to remind you, if you want the perfect spot to eat before or after the game, just head on over to Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road in Southwest Plaza. They make the best wings in town. Stop by before or after the game on Friday night, or to drown your sorrows. It's good either way. Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road in San Angelo. Darren Prater and Vincent Salazar here with you. Anybody's game at this point. So far, the Hawks have had a little more success on offense. Rios across the 25, out to the 27-yard line.
Just another good fake handoff there from the Hawks. Caught me off guard again. I mean, they're doing really fantastic with these type of fake-off plays. They're going for pretty good yardage there to make these conversions much easier. Right now it's a 2nd down and 3.
You really have to read the defense in this flexbone offense. You know, you've seen service academies run it. Georgia Tech, Clemson used to run it at some point. You have to be able to read the defense, see where they're going, find out where your best gap is. Fullback Rios behind Mason Fuchs. Fuchs, middle of the field, in and out of the hands of Cinch Dickey.
Yeah, that one also kind of a big no-no there from Fuchs. Thankfully, that one ended up incomplete, going across his body here on the pass. Had him wide open, but just unable to get it off there to Dickey.
Couldn't quite get it to him as he had to come back for it. This Eastland defense has 1 sack. Nathaniel Cruz is the lone sack man. Wides to both sides. Double slot backs, Mason Fuchs. Fuchs going to keep it. Escapes the tackle. No, that's Rios. Rios 20, trying to make something happen, and he tried a little too hard as he is thrown down at the 20-yard line. He did a lot of running on that play to go nowhere.
Boy, he sure did. I thought maybe he was down earlier, but amazingly able to stay on his feet in that big old pile. Tried to break it back out, but boy, once he was caught out there by Isaiah Hernandez, just nothing was going to be able to develop.
Anthony Bonilla, longest return on a kick is 85 yards. He'll be back to receive the punt. 4th down and 10. Clock moving at 6 minutes in the first half. Wall leads at 7-0. And this is going to set up Eastland with really good field position as the ball stops at the 46-yard line. Concho Sports Network fans, you want to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV in high definition? All you have to do is install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device. Just search Concho Sports. We invite you to check it out to get the best viewing experience. And here comes the red and black attack back out onto the field. Brandon Fielding will stand to the right of the Texas Tech commit, Baron Morton. Rush coming. Morton throws to the far sideline.
That's a good catch. I think he came down with it. No, he actually wasn't able to hold on. Boy, I thought it was going to be a good catch if he was able to come down with it. Had to come back for the ball.
Dylan Wilson couldn't hold on to it. Four receivers for Morton. They love to throw the ball, and why not with a four-star blue-chip quarterback? Fullback, halfback pass. That's going to go to Brandon Fielding, and he will get across midfield to the 48-yard line. But nonetheless, it's going to bring up third down.
Third down here and convertible here. You just kind of don't want to what happened on that last drive where two back-to-back penalties kind of took them out of the chance of getting a first down. So let's see if they can find some way to maybe use something shorter along here to get a first down.
Bryson Ballard, Drew Morrison, really good linebackers for this team. There's the pass underneath to Fielding again, and Fielding, a tough runner, has the 45. He's inside the 45. He's going to get it. He's going to get the first down by a couple of yards.
And definitely, once again, nothing wrong going back to Brandon Fielding. I mean, just a big physical guy as we see him literally lateral over a hawk. And doing a lot of work to get that 1st and 10.
Brandon Fielding, the junior. Brian Fielding, wearing 33, is the sophomore. Lest we get them confused. Pass in the flat is complete. And he finds some running room. I believe that's Dylan Wilson. That's Alex Gonzalez, the 180-pound senior. Hurry up offense for the Mavs. Fielding left side, and Fielding will get the first down. 5 minutes to go in the half and counting.
And right now, the Mavericks still moving fast, but not as fast as they were earlier on in the ball game, trying to get something settled down just a bit.
They're going to mark him shy of the first down by a yard. On the Hawk 34-yard line, this is about as far as they've been in Hawk territory. They will go with the run, and look out! Out of a tackle and into the end zone. It's an Eastland touchdown, 35 yards on the run.
And boy, that was a play to do it on. That was their first plays tonight, not from the shotgun. That one was under center.
Anthony Bonilla, touchdown, Eastland Mavericks.
I can say this replay, this is the earlier replay from that pass run. That last play just right under center, excellent run there, and the Hawks were not expecting it.
They lined up out of a straight T type of formation. You don't expect them to get that far. Extra point blocked. Hawks get on it and fall on it. Could be returned. But they won't be able to. He won't be able to get his footing. So Grady McCray, the senior, got on that on the blocked extra point. So the Hawks keep the lead. 7-6 Wall. 4.5 to go in the half. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
Concho Sports Network, big game of the week. Darren Prater, Vincent Salazar. Well, we have a good one between number 2 and number 7. Anthony Bonilla, a 34-yard run for the Mavericks to get them on the board. Extra point block, so the Wall Hawks clinging to the lead, 7-6 with 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's Morton. High kick Lost it in the lights there for a second. It's going to go into the end zone. And Wall will be at their own 20-yard line. Want something to eat while watching the game? San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery will deliver all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from the iTunes or Google Play Store. San Angelo To Go, the local way to go. Take advantage of that on a Saturday because, man, Saturday for me is chilling out, watching college football, watching the big game of the week on your favorite platform. 10 a.m. Saturdays, first time you can see us. Spend your Saturday mornings with some good football. We'll see if the Hawks can answer. 1st and 10.
Go, baby, go, baby.
And there is the option.
Big play.
Look out. 40, 45, 50 on the option. That's 30, 20, and out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be Rios.
Yeah, Rios kind of shaken up a little bit after that one. But, boy, what a big run by him. He will take it at least at maybe the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that was Anthony Bonilla. Boy, he gets after it. He put a pretty good hit on him to knock him out of bounds. May have just knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, what a great run on that option.
And, boy, that's a big answer coming right back after giving off that 34-yard touchdown, putting your offense right now into really good field position here against the Mavericks trying to score.
Tight end and wing on the right. Rios has stepped out of the game. They will hand it into his replacement, and a good little scamper right up the middle of the field. That's Joe Walker. Joe Walker, the 190-pound senior, coming in to give Chase Rios a little break. Hopefully he's all right. 2nd down, 2 yards to go for the first down. So at the 5, they can get the first down. Wall leads it by 1, looking to get up ahead by more. Walker, the fullback, man in motion. And a handoff, he didn't get very far.
And that one just kind of outread there by the Maverick defense up front. They had to stop on the short run.
Diersky has a touchdown catch tonight. He has 7 touchdowns now on the year. Fuchs hit him on a play-action pass. Yeah, Wall wants to surprise Eastland with passing, then Eastland surprised Wall with a run from Bonilla for the touchdown. Up the middle, Fuchs is going to keep it. Fuchs is inside the 5, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Three minutes to go. They'll start the clock back up when they move the chains. They scored the Wall Hawks right before the half. Kai Herbert against Jim Ned, and that was all they needed the rest of the game, is that 7-point lead.
We'll see how the Hawks choose to play out here at goal line offensively. Trying to match up here against the Maverick defense.
Lex Dusick will be split to the near side. Option, right side, into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Cinch Dickey, the 185-pound senior, puts the pigskin in the promised land for the Wall Hawks, and it's 13-6.
Oh, and just looking at that one again, beautifully executed right there. Just an easy pitch maneuver off to Dickey, and nobody was going to be there to grab him. Beautiful touchdown there by the Hawks.
Hawks doing what they do. Grind it out, score on you, stay ahead. And the extra point is good. Nate Fedor, who had the interception earlier, he's good on both extra points. 14-6. The Green Machine, the Wall Hawks, lead the Eastland Mavericks. We'll be back after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. Back on the Concho Sports Network, big game of the week. Cinch Dickey around the right side of the line, and he goes in untouched for the touchdown. 14-6. Wall leads Eastland in this top 10 showdown tonight. And Wall doing what they do. Hawks kick it off. Returner gets past the 25-yard line. That's where he will stop. Nathaniel Cruz returning the kickoff, and that's where Barron Morton and gang will set up shop. Barron Morton been recruited, well, Baylor, several other, Texas Tech, of course. He's verbally committed to Texas Tech as a junior. Several more Division I schools want this kid.
Yeah, I mean, he's an excellent kid out there. You know, he's got a great arm, good way of looking down the field. But right now, he just needs a little bit more protection from his line to really get things going. We've seen good utilization from the squad, but and a lot of time here on this drive to try to answer back. But, of course, they got to move this ball back down the field against a really potent Wall Hawk defense.
His dad is Coach James Morton, who played fullback for the 1982 state champion Eastland team.
And looks like they got a flag down. It's going to be another false start.
It's going to be against Eastland. Got him with that a few times. That backs him up. It'll be 1st and 15 at the 33-yard line. Of course, James Morton, his dad, played on the 82 team. Father and son team on that 82 state champs team as well. Rod Hess and quarterback Jay Hess. Snap, left side. Fielding tries to reverse directions, and Fielding will be tripped up and dropped after a short gain.
Yeah, the Hawks have done a really good job of getting Fielding down right here on this one. You know, they're trying to utilize a little bit of what the Dallas Cowboys do with that pass to Ezekiel Elliott on Sundays, kind of what the Mavericks were trying to utilize with Fielding, but this time just giving him off the direct snap. Tavin
Espinoza made the tackle, the safety. Morton has to throw it away, and they're going to throw a flag on him for it.
Yeah, they might get intentional grounding here. There is no receiver in sight.
Looked a little frustrated. He just threw it out of bounds on the left side.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to get him for intentional grounding. I don't think he was out of the pocket. And like I say, that there's really nobody over there in that vicinity of the ball, but I think it just goes once again back to the whole pressure that the Hawk defense is putting on him there. And I mean, I think it's just finally getting to him a little bit, and it's going to be a big test to see how he can overcome it.
Drew Morris and Colton Debish, 55 solo tackles apiece on this stout defense. Bryson Ballard has 43, Espinoza at 41. And there's a good pass from Morton out to the 19-yard line, and he finds his man. And he looks like he may be shaken up on the play.
He's a little shaken up there.
He took a hit immediately as soon as he got the ball from Colton Debish.
Yeah, he got a pretty good whop there from Debish.
We'll take a timeout. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. We'll be back after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
14-6. Wall leads Eastland in the showdown of top 10s. We are under 2 minutes to play in the half. Eastland Mavericks with the ball. It's 4th down and 18. And it was Tibbetts that was shook up on the play. He took a big hit from Colton Debish on the pass. And that was a bullet pass from Morton, though. That shows what his arm can do. Morton kicks it away. Going to be taken at the 30, 35. Coming this way, reversing directions, and a good little return. It's going to be good field position. That's Kai Herbert, 175-pound junior on the nice little return. First and 10 on the 42. The Wall Hawks have a minute 27 to work with before the half.
Yeah, boy, they got a lot of time to work with right now with 1:27, 3 timeouts left. Basically, this is kind of what you want right here. Try to go up one more score before going into halftime.
Wall Hawks got on the board first. Connor Dierski, touchdown reception. Eastland answered with a run. Handoff out across the 45-yard line. That's going to be Joe Walker. Walker came in for Chase Rios. I don't see Rios back in the game.
Yeah, he was shaken off after that massive run down the field.
Here comes Grady McCray into the lineup. Tight end right side, split back on the near side. Here goes Fuchs, going to keep it. Fuchs tries to turn the corner around midfield. Won't get the first down, but he's close enough where they can get it and get the clock stopped. They still have all 3 timeouts. Both teams do.
I think they're going to use their first one right now.
Why not? 44 seconds to go in the half. Timeout Wall Hawks. They lead it 14-6, and we'll be back after this on the Concho Sports Network Big Game of the Week. The Wall Hawks use their first timeout of the game, leaves them with 2 and 44 seconds to work with. They lead 14-6 on the Concho Sports Network Big Game of the Week against their top 10 nemesis, the Eastland Mavericks. 3rd down and 2, and that's going to be a first down. A little pushing and shoving, get a little chippy out there. First down, clock running at 37 seconds. It's on the 46 of Eastland. Joe Walker, the fullback. Fuchs rolling out to throw. Cocks his arm. Fires his pass. Caught inside the 35-yard line. A good reception from Connor Dierski.
Now let's see where the forward progress will plant this ball at. I think they're going to give him the first down.
The clock is at 23 seconds. It will stop there to reset the chains.
You got another injured Maverick over there off to the on the 45. Slipping his way out to the out-of-bounds marker now.
Few kids shaken up tonight, including Chase Rios. Joe Walker is out there for him at fullback. Out of the flex bone, double wides, double slot backs. Fuchs gonna put it up inside the 5, and it's incomplete.
Didn't get the completion there, but good job at least. That'll stop the clock. Only 15 seconds left, so maybe another chance to get another play downfield.
Caleb Hortz, the senior, was the intended receiver. First time he has been the intended target for Fuchs. Kai Herbert goes wide to the top of your screen. He'll be joined by Connor Dierski. Rolling out to throw, Fuchs. And he will throw this one out of bounds. Had some Mavericks right on top of him, including Adrian Garcia, the senior tackle. And he just got rid of it. Smart play to get it out of bounds with 9 seconds to go. 9 seconds to work with. 2 timeouts. It's 3rd and 10 on the 35.
Yeah, definitely can't really run the ball here, but you can still at least throw down the middle of the field. Just quickly get it back down, call a timeout, and get you set up for another play.
Field goal out of the question, of course, right now. On 3rd and 10. He'll keep everybody in tight. Fuchs wants to throw. Fuchs going deep down the field. He's got a man in double coverage, and it's incomplete. Good defense on the play by the Mavericks.
I think it was Dylan Wilson able to get a hand on that ball to knock it down.
Yeah, Dylan Wilson knocking it out of the way, the safety. That still leaves us with 3 seconds, though.
And I think all you can really do here is try to air it out here toward the end zone, see if maybe something will happen.
14-6, Wall leads, 3 seconds to go to the half. It's 4th down. Why not put it up? They're going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Remember, if you want something to eat while watching the game, San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery delivers all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from iTunes or Google Play. Don't you love living in the modern times? San Angelo To Go, the local way to go. Remember, you can watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV in high definition. Install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them on either device. Just search Concho Sports. Check it out to get your best viewing experience. High school football big game of the week, 10 a.m. Saturdays is the first run. I checked it out on YouTube last week, our Miles and El Dorado game. And then you can watch it after that anytime you want. Some of these players years from now can sit and brag to their friends. Look at me. Look at me catch that touchdown. 3 in the flight pattern, tight end right. Fuchs is going to throw as clock runs, and he's hit as he throws it. It's almost intercepted on the play by Nathaniel Cruz, the defensive end. Time has run out. That's the end of the first half. It hasn't been a shootout, and that's exactly what Wall wanted. 14-6, Wall leads Eastland on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. We'll be back with our halftime report after this. From Wall, Texas, it's the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. Enjoying the sounds of the bands here at halftime. Packed house here at Wall Hawk Stadium as the hometown Hawks, the number 2 team in the state, leads the number 7 Eastland Mavericks. The score is 14-6. Darren Prater and Vincent Salazar. Let's break it down, Vince. First quarter, 2:24 to go in the first quarter. Mason Fuchs hits Connor Dierschke. Now, the Eastland quarterback, Morton, he's the big Division I player that everyone is real hyped up about. But look at what Fuchs has done. 34-yard pass to Connor Dierschke to put the Wall Hawks on the board. PAT good. It was 7-0 at the end of the first. Eastland gets on the board. It was 3rd and 1. They lined up in like a straight T-type formation that they don't do a lot. And then, boom, with 4.5 minutes to go in the half, a 34-yard run by Mr. Everything, Anthony Bonilla. The Wall Hawks, they're good on defense, even on extra points. They blocked the PAT and still led 7-6. And then back to work. This time, Cinch Dickey on a 7-yard run to make the score 13-6. PAT good. 14-6 Wall. So the Hawks have scored in the air. They have scored on the ground. Eastland, surprisingly, scored on the ground with that Bonilla run where it looked like the Hawks had him. He just popped out the other side.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really back and forth between both of these, both catching each side off guard with a different play. And, you know, it's been what the Hawks wanted. You talked about it. You know, the Hawks want this thing to be small. They don't want to get in some type of shootout because of the offensive strategy they use with that wing T. And right now, they're doing perfectly fine right now. They're doing fantastic. You got to have to wonder what the Mavericks are talking about right now to be a fly on the wall in their locker room because their offense just clearly struggles so far against this defense. They could not really buy any time for any protection, and that's something they're going to have to address coming back out for the second half to really try to find some way to slow down that defensive front of the Hawks.
You bet. You know, so far, this is the game that the Hawks wanted. Play defense. They got a turnover on an interception. Fedor got the interception. Of course, Wall fumbled on their second possession and ended a good drive, but still, this is what they wanted. Grind it out, little play action here and there, option here and there. and keep Eastland from lighting them up, because that was the concern going into this game. If Morton gets to clicking, Bonilla gets to clicking, and they get ahead by several touchdowns, can Wall score soon enough? And they've proven that they can put points on the board and that their defense is very much up to the challenge as they lead 14-6 here at the half. Let me take a look at our halftime stats here on the Concho Sports Network. Total yards, 210 yards for Wall, 127 for Eastland. A lot of people going into this game were thinking, yeah, Eastland's going to have a lot more yards, but not so far. 210 to 127. The Wall Hawks and Mason Fuchs, 61 yards in the air. The leading receiver wears number 10, Connor Diersky, with 56 yards and that opening touchdown. Eastland, Morton in the gang, he has 81 yards in the air. Leading receiver for Eastland, Anthony Bonilla, also a safety and just a great all-around athlete. Bonilla only has 35 yards in the air so far. Of course, he did score on a run, though. Rushing, Wall, just what they wanted, 149 yards on the ground. Chase Rios is the leading rusher with 58 yards. And he did get hurt in the first half. It didn't seem to be anything too serious. Joe Walker came in to take his place, so hopefully we will see more of Chase Rios. 58 yards on the ground. Eastland has only 46 on the ground. The leading rusher, Anthony Bonilla, who got the touchdown, he has 35 yards. So again, total yards, the Wall Hawks 210, the Eastland Mavericks 127. This game is far from over, Vince.
Oh, yeah.
This Eastland team, the thing is, if Morton gets clicking, he's overthrown a few, he's been rushed a lot. If he gets clicking, they can put points on the board quick. So this defensive wall is going to have to be up to the challenge. They're going to have to play 4 quarters tonight, maybe force some more turnovers, because this is far from over. You know, not much of a lead. 8 points. Not much to a team that scored 76 last week against Breckenridge.
Yeah, no, definitely not. This is definitely a team they're going to have to still continue to bring the pressure on. They got to keep them slow. And if you're the Hawks, even if it takes you forever, you got to at least find a way to get down the field and get something in the end zone, because eventually the Mavericks are going to find some way to score, and you do not want to find yourself down in a shootout against them.
No, you do not. So far, the script that Wall wanted, the way they beat Cisco, the way they beat Jim Ned, this right here, get a little ahead and play defense. We have a whole lot of action, though, coming up. 14-6, Wall leads Eastland in the battle of the top tens, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff when we return after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. It's the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. And it's been a battle between 2 top 10 teams, 2 undefeateds, but tonight somebody's O must go. Our score as we begin the third quarter: Wall 14, Eastland 6. The number 2 team in the Lone Star State leads the number 7 team 14-6. I'm Darren Prater. I'll be joined by Vincent Salazar here shortly as Barron Morton and the Mavericks get ready to kick it off to Wall. And we'll see what they can do here on their first possession of the second half. Not much in the air for Eastland. They might try to light it up in the second half. They're going to have to get past this defense. Ball goes into the end zone, and the Hawks will bring it out to the 25. 210 yards for Wall so far in the game. Eastland at 127, and the vaunted Eastland passing attack only 81 yards. Wall has 61, and they went to the air. Fuchs to Diersky for the opening score. Vincent Salazar is back alongside, and the Wall offense is ready to go. Moving from right to left, they'll have wides to both sides from the flex bone, double slot backs. Toss goes to the right side, trying to turn the corner and dragging a defender is Kai Herbert, the 175-pound junior.
Excuse me, trying to get my breath back here a moment.
Well, it's cold outside. We have a wind. The wind is blowing. It was blowing pretty stout in a southerly direction, which is left to right. It's died down just a little bit, but still a bit of a wind. And it's cold. It's runny nose season. I'm feeling it too, buddy. Wall on 2nd and 7, just underway in the second half. They lead it 14-6. Fuchs wants to throw. Fuchs has a man. Fuchs, 40-yard line and out to the 44.
The excellent pass out there, able to get a really good gain there.
Connor Diersky.
It's be enough for a fresh 1st and 10 here for the Hawks.
So Diersky on the reception. He has a touchdown reception tonight. Split end on the bottom of the screen. Wide side is on the top. They'll have a wing back there with the tight end. Mason Fuchs, the quarterback, had a good night so far tonight. 61 yards in the air. Handoff up the middle. And a good gain close to midfield for Joe Walker. Joe Walker is the fullback. He came in for the leading rusher, Chase Rios, who was shaken up in the second quarter. We don't know what his status is right now.
Yeah, it's definitely some young man we got to keep an eye out to see if he comes back. But so far, doing a good job here by the Hawks, moving down the field once again on the ground.
6-yard gain on the play for Joe Walker. Receiver is at the bottom of the screen. Fuchs tries to hand off, now loses control of the ball. He brings it under control and goes forward for about a yard. It's a very doable 3rd and 3 at the 49-yard line for Wall.
It's still very comfortable right here. This has been kind of the bread and butter here for the Hawks tonight. A lot of these 3rd down and short plays that they've been able to convert on to keep their drives alive.
Fuchs from the flex bone with double tight ends. Man in motion. Fuchs wants to keep it in. Whistles will blow.
They might get a false start here on the Hawks, maybe.
That'll turn it into 3rd and 8 as they go backwards. Ball will be at the 44-yard line. Both teams have gotten a little antsy tonight. A few of these little penalties like that on both of them.
Yeah, and definitely they've all been kind of costly here. You know, we've had it to where it's been 3rd down and 10. That turned to 3rd down and 15 here for the Mavericks, and now a 3rd down and 8 here on what was a 3rd down and 3 here for the Hawks.
Doucette comes out. Caleb Hortz, the senior, is in the game. Play action fake. Fuchs looking to throw. Fuchs going deep downfield.
Wow.
And it's in and out of the hands of the junior Kai Herbert.
Boy, beautifully set up there to Kai Herbert. Had him wide open. He's unable to come up with the catch, but boy, that would have been a big game there for the Hawks.
Mason Fuchs is holding a little something when it comes to throwing the ball. He can throw the ball too. You know, Morton has gotten all the attention as far as being the thrower. Fuchs has done pretty well. Just couldn't hook up that time with Kai Herbert. And it's going to be 4th down and 8. They will punt the ball away from the 30-yard line. Whistles blow.
Yeah, so they're going to get another false start there on the Hawks.
So that's 2 on this possession, and on their first possession of the half, they didn't eat much time off the clock, a couple of minutes, but still 9:16 to go, and Eastland can score quickly. But they haven't as of yet, except on a run. Ball hits the ground, and he will pick it up and punt it away. And it will go down at the 37-yard line, so decent field position. As junior Baron Morton, Texas Tech commit, comes back out onto the field with his high-octane Eastland offense. Talk about some old-school Eastland stuff. You know, they won state in '82 with Jay Hess. It was Jason Rattan back in my day that was the Texas Tech commit. Really good football player. Went on to become a veterinarian, I believe, in Beverly Hills, California. He's done pretty darn well. Here's the handoff. And the runner, Brandon Fielding, is grabbed by a foot and brought down on the play. It's Tevin Espinoza got him. Espinoza, the safety. One of the safeties. Morton to throw. Morton throwing to the far side, and he is off the mark. He tried to hit Alex Gonzalez on the sideline and just off the mark.
Yeah, I was going to say he probably had his best chance with this one. The Hawks only rushed 3 guys up front. There's a lot of time for him to get a pass off, but it's clearly off target.
And the coach is stomping and jumping up and down, trying to get one player to go where he's supposed to be. 3rd down and 8. This is a big one. Morton has time. Now the pressure comes, and he gets hit right in the mouth as he releases the ball, and it's incomplete.
And he's down. So he's probably going to get back up here, but, boy, he took a big wallop on that tackle. Let's take another look at it.
Alex Gonzalez, the intended receiver. See, he had plenty of time. However, they couldn't hold that block forever.
Boy. And he did his best to stay in there. He knew he was going to take the shot. Just unable to be caught by his man out there. That's also kind of thanks to pretty good coverage in the backfield by the Hawks there to force the incompletion.
Hawk crowd fired up. It's 4th down. Morton will be punting this time. And the ball will go out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So it's Mason Fuchs and company after Baron Morton in the offense for Eastland. He couldn't connect with Alex Gonzalez on the 3rd down play. Had plenty of time, but he took too long, and he did pay for it. Green jerseys have been all over him all night, and he's just been a little off the mark.
Yeah, just really hasn't seemed like he's been able to catch the float he wanted. He started out pretty well in the ball game, utilizing those small screen passes. But since then, he just kind of has not been able to form a rhythm. And that's really thanks to the pressure brought on by the Hawks, who've really kept him running around out there.
Coach Houston Guy and the Wall Hawks lead it 14-6. 1st and 10 on their own 22. Man in motion. The motion man gets the ball across the 20 out to the 24-yard line. That's Colton Deebish on the carry. They sent him in motion. Got the ball to him around the left side. He'll only get a yard, though, as the Eastland defense came through to keep him from getting anywhere. And they don't want to get themselves in any kind of hole here, especially with a little shaky on offense.
Oh, that's going to be a flag. I think it might be actually on the Mavericks. A lot of Hawks down there clapping.
I can tell from the coaches next to us, I believe it is against Eastland.
Yeah, I think they're going to get an encroachment there.
7:56 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-6 Hawk lead. The Eastland defense led up front by Dylan Broyles, Nathaniel Cruz, Adrian Garcia, and Douglas Payne. They're in the 3-4 this time, as Fuchs looks to the sideline for the call. Fuchs fakes it to the first man through, out to the option, and he gets the option pitch to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a really nice late pitch out there. You take another look at it right here. Held on to it pretty much to the last second right there. There's the pitch, and just enough to get a 1st and 10.
Kai Herbert. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Hawks would love to methodically march it down the field. Handoff to the first man through, and he's still going. He's going to have close to the 10 yards needed for the 1st down.
Yeah, this is a good drive right here by the Hawks, starting to work their way down once again down the field. Just another good run, getting them close to a very convertible mark.
Lex Dusek is split to the near side. They'll have a tight end on the far side, short side of the field. On 2nd down and 2, after a tough run for 8 yards. Handoff right up the middle. And here goes the ball carrier across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That will move the sticks.
Yeah, right, that run putting them right now in Maverick territory. And the Hawks is doing what they've been doing so far, and that's pounding the ball on the ground and getting some movement.
45-yard line, they are in Maverick territory. Once again, he hands it first man through, and he gets across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, these plays are very successful right now here for the Hawks. Just once again doing enough to make it very convertible on each run. And right now you have a feeling that the Maverick defense is just kind of playing on their feet back there, hoping just not to fully break.
6 minutes to go, third quarter. First and 10 at the Maverick 45. Clock is stopped.
Looks like they're going to measure the football here.
Well, are they going to bring the chains
yeah,
out?
Bring
or
the chain gang.
Want something to eat while watching the game? San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery delivers all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from iTunes or Google Play. The Google Play Store. San Angelo To Go, the local way to go. Thanks for joining us on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. Said it was a first down. We're going to find out for sure now. If it's there, it's going to be just a little bit short.
Maybe about an inch of the football at that.
Just a little short. So it's going to be second down and 1 from the Eastland 37.
There's still a lot of plays you can do here on second and 1. You can try to run for it right here, try to trick Mason there with another pass and see if you can get something big.
Watch out for the play-action pass. Wide receivers on the short side, the near side at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be Lex Dusick. Debish in motion. They're going to hand it right up the middle again. And look at Joe Walker, the senior, go. 190 pounds of Joe Walker, and they are having a lot of luck just right up the middle in tough running.
Yeah, they have a lot of different offensive weapons, and they really have been utilizing all of them on the ground so far, and it still has been no answer by the Mavericks on this drive.
From the flex bone, man in motion, Joe Walker right up the middle. Joe Walker still going across the 30-yard line. Just eating up a little bit of yards. That was Bryson Ballard, the junior, instead of Joe Walker. Bryson Ballard up the middle.
It looks like Dylan Carton's also having some trouble getting off the field here for the Mavericks, and this has just not been really good tonight. So that's already the third Maverick hurt in the ball game.
Now he's going to go down. Try to get back up. He's looks like something's wrong with his right knee or his right ankle. Hawks head to the sideline. 5:08 to go, third quarter. They lead it 14-6. It's 2nd and 7. Now they'll come back out.
And the good thing about this drive here for the Hawks, though, they're doing exactly what they want, and they're killing a lot of clock. If they can take control of time of possession in this ball game, that could make a major difference helping them pull out a win here on their home field.
Fuchs, option, far side. He's going to pitch it. Around the corner he goes. That's Kai Herbert. And Kai Herbert is going to be inside the 20-yard line, inside the 15.
Excellent play there to get into the red zone here for the Hawks. Another great pitch. I mean, these pitchers so far doing a good job getting their guys to the outside, and no time for Eastland to make a stop out there.
Herbert has a touchdown receiving. What turned out to be the game winner against Jim Ned last week. Here's the handoff. Bryson Ballard gets a few yards. And Ballard is inside the 10. They can get a first down inside the 5.
Definitely no rush. If you're a Hawk here, just take your time and find a way to find the open hole to score. Wide receiver at the bottom of the screen.
Fuchs under center. Right side.
Yeah, they're going to get flags.
And there's going to be
here.
a flag.
We had an early one from the far side, then a late one, and it's going to be a hold bringing it back.
Ball was on the 7-yard line, so a little more workable for the Eastland defense after the penalty should it go against Wall. Ball now spotted at the 19 after the holding penalty. We still have yet to see Chase Rios. I'm looking for him on the sideline. Joe Walker has come in and done a good job. Bryson Ballard as well. I believe it's Ballard that will be the fullback on this play. Gonna throw it across the middle. Ball caught inside the 15-yard line.
A good catch to get that one close, at least back to the original line of scrimmage.
Connor Diersky on the reception.
Might actually get one more yard over that line of scrimmage.
Puts the ball on the 11-yard line. Wides to both sides. Fuchs on 3rd and 9 from the 11. Bows under. Motion, Fuchs going to throw. Fuchs looking to the end zone. It's close.
Oh, incomplete.
Almost intercepted, though. The intended receiver on the play, trying to see who that was, but it was a good defensive play by the Eastland Mavericks.
Yeah, that might have been Caleb Hertz.
Dylan Wilson playing for the Mavericks, the safety on the play that broke it up. Had a chance to pick it off. And the Hawks head to the sideline. It's going to be timeout. Well, I thought somebody called the timeout the way they came toward the sideline.
There was something over there. I'm not sure what exactly it was a stop at the play for, but
Herbert comes into the game. Fuchs comes in with the call from the sideline. It is 4th down, something we haven't mentioned, so they will go for it on the 11-yard line. Whistles blow.
now we got a timeout.
Now we have a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
Concho Sports Network, high school football, big game of the week. It's a good one. 2 top 10 undefeateds. Wall 14, Eastland 6. Wall with the 8-point lead. Here's the situation. It's 4th and 9 from the 10-yard line. They can get a first down inside the 1. Going for it. Putting it all on the line. And whistles blow.
Another timeout, I think.
Well, the Hawks called the last one. Now Eastland will call one. We'll keep it here this time. Timeout Eastland. That will leave each team with 2 timeouts. 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Wall on top by 8, 14-6. If you want the perfect spot to eat before or after the game, head to Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road, Southwest Plaza. They make the best wings in town, so stop by before or after the game on Friday nights and celebrate with Wingstop. Knickerbocker Road in San Angelo, thanks to Wingstop and all of our sponsors. If you want to watch us, watch our games from Concho Sports Network on your TV in high definition, all you have to do is install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app You can install them now on either device just by searching Concho Sports. Check it out. Get your best viewing experience. Somebody's O has to go. Eastland trails by 8. Wall going for it on 4th down. They're going to have 3 receivers slot to the left. Fuchs to throw. Fuchs looking, gets his pass off, and it is incomplete, but they're going to get the flag.
Yep. We're going to get pass interference called here on Eastland.
He was trying to hit Connor Dershke for another TD tonight. Didn't get it, and one of the Eastland Mavericks grabbed a hold of him.
Yeah, just a bit too early on it. You saw him trying to leap out there to try to force an incomplete pass, but got his hands on the receiver.
So that will give them the first down. And it's going to be really close to the goal line. This is what the Wall Hawks wanted. They get ahead by a little, let the defense do it. If they can get ahead, make it a 2-possession game, exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, right now taking a lot of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
Clock is at 3:08. Ball is 1st and goal on the 1. Fuchs bows under. Fuchs gonna take it himself. Fuchs fighting. Didn't get in.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe a yard short. Maybe an inch at that.
Nathaniel Cruz, the defensive end, was on him, along with Dylan Broyles. Fielding, Tibbetts, Gonzalez, Hicks, McClain, you'll see them at linebacker. Isaiah Hernandez, Anthony Bonilla, the safeties. Dom Jones and Brian Fielding, the corners tonight for the Eastland Mavericks. Their defense has played pretty well. I mean, only 14 points. We didn't expect their offense to not be that up to par.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
This is definitely the toughest opponent they've played all year. Fuchs under center. We'll see if he keeps it again. Yes, he is. Fuchs diving. Fuchs scoring. Touchdown, Wall. Mason Fuchs from a yard out. Touchdown, Wall Hawks. And it's 20-6.
Yeah, good end of the drive here for the Hawks, able to score again. Let's put themselves on top. Now the 26 advantage here over the Mavericks going into further into the second half.
Well, Fuchs tried it once, didn't get it, tried it again, and got it. Now the extra point attempt. They are perfect on those so far. They blocked one of Eastland's. Nate Fedor, who has an interception tonight, is good on PATs. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. 3rd quarter, 21-6. Wall leads Eastland. We'll be back with the Hawk kickoff after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. Back in Wall, Texas, the Wall Hawks have taken a 21-6 lead over the Eastland Mavericks with 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. High end-over-end kick coming from Wall. It's going to be taken at the 35, and it's on the ground. I believe Eastland got on it at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think they fell back on top of it, too, there. Boy, what a risky play, though. Still almost loose, coughing that one back up to the Hawks.
The Hawk defense has been as good as advertised. Here's how we got here. The Hawks scored first on a Deersky reception in the end zone. The pass from Fuchs, 7-0. Anthony Bonilla from Eastland, a 35-yard run, 34-yard run, but the PAT was blocked to make it 7-6. Cinch Dickey scored on a run to make it 14-6, and Fuchs on 2nd and goal just scored. Fedor with the extra point to make it 21-6. Handoff. Left side, and not a whole lot there for the Mavs. Morton is under center this time. Morton rolling, Morton throwing. Wow. He's got a man. That's Bonilla. Look out for Bonilla. 30, Bonilla, 20. Bonilla with his second touchdown of the night, and the Mavericks are right back in this one. Morton under center. Little drop into throw, and Bonilla scores. Touchdown, Eastland Mavericks.
Man, massive answer back here from Eastland. There's an excellent throw out there by Bonilla, able to shake one Hawk. And he did a good job also keeping those feet in line when he was closer to the out-of-bounds marker and doing everything he needed to get in there for a score.
68 yards. Now they're going to go for two. Here's Morton looking into the end zone, and a good play to break it up, but no, a little too much contact, and they'll get to try it again from closer. He tried to hit Alex Gonzalez on the little short slant. Little too tight a coverage by the Wallhawks. Interference. They'll get to try the 2-point again. Our score, 21-12 now. They can get within 7. With Morton under center on that last play, they're used to the shotgun. They gave them a different look, and they weren't quite ready for it. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be Bonilla.
Think you got it. Yep, it's good.
Got to give it to Bonilla. Woo! It's a 7-point game, folks. We have a game in the second half. 1:56 to go. Goodness me. 21-14 Wall leads. We'll be with the Maverick kickoff when we return after this on the Concho Sports Network Big Game of the Week.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
And here is the Morton kickoff. Boy, can he kick. I believe his 31 yards is his longest field goal. He kicked that one out the back of the end zone. 68 yards to Bonilla. And he has a touchdown on a run. He has a touchdown on a pass. And he got the 2-point conversion to get him within 7.
Yeah, so right now, that was a big answer back here by the Mavericks. You know, it looked like they were kind of out of it. Finally got one big play that they're used to getting, and they're right back in the ball game. If you're the Hawks, you have to kind of continue what you're doing. Utilize a lot of that clock, go down and score.
This is uncharted territory here for the Eastland Mavericks. They're not used to this low of a score. This is where the Wallhawks, they're comfortable right here, ahead by 7. Handoff left side, out to around the 26-yard line. They'll give him 2, second down and 8 on the 27. Clock rolling at 1:40 to go, third quarter. I got to say, the Wallhawks have been here. This is what they do.
Yeah, this is kind of what they're pretty used to doing back and forth in their ball game. So still a big question here for Eastland. Can they hang in there and get the ball back enough in time to score some more?
Here's the pitch. Joe Walker. And Walker across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. Joe Walker doing a good job coming in for Chase Rios. He's been joined by Bryson Ballard as the fullback in the flex bone as well.
And they just look so comfortable utilizing a lot of these pitch plays. The only one we saw that was faulty was early on in the ball game where that one was dropped for a fumble. But other than that, they've pretty much been utilizing the pitch and getting a lot of yards out of it against Eastland.
Watch Dersky. He's wide at the top of the screen. Handoff right up the middle. I believe that's Walker or Bryson Ballard.
Ballard. I think they're going to get him the first
Walker.
down.
No, that's Ballard. back and forth. Went to Ballard that time. All he needed was a yard. He got that. 1st and 10 on the 35. They can run one more play. If they keep it on the ground, it'll take it to the 4th quarter. They try the option to the near side, and Eastland Mavericks are all over them on that play. The option goes nowhere on the keeper from Fuchs, and that will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. We have a good one, not a shootout, what the Wall Hawks are used to, but still, the Mavericks, they're hanging in there, and they're coming back. 2nd and 10 on the 35. Wall has it on their own 35, and after 3 quarters, Wall 21, Eastland 14. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a good 4th quarter. Can the Wall defense hang on? Can the offense do it? We'll find out right after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. We begin the 4th quarter. Wall 21, Eastland 14. Undefeated top 10 teams going head-to-head. It's been a good one. Eastland back in it, but Wall with the football. Option. Fuchs makes a move. Look out.
Wow,
here goes Fuchs across midfield. Sideline 40. And Fuchs is out right inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, excellent job up front by that offensive line for Fuchs. Look at the big man knock someone down out there. Able to create a massive hole for Fuchs to run through. And that's going to be a good game there for the Hawks.
Clock at 11:52. We're just underway, 4th quarter, 21-14. Hawks need to pad this lead a little bit. Eastland's showing they can score quickly when they're clicking. Right side, and golly, that's a tough run. Bryson Ballard, the junior, would not be denied those extra yards, and he will get across the 35-yard line. 33. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 from the 33.
And right now, the clock definitely your best friend if you're a Hawk here. See how much time you can utilize in each possession. Make the most out of each play.
Mavericks with the 3-man front. Fuchs going to keep it again, and he is grabbed by the jersey and pulled backwards. Anthony Bonilla is the guy that grabbed him with a little help from Brandon Fielding.
Still very convertible here, 3rd down and 3. You kind of wonder if they do get 4th down here and it's short, will they go for it?
Ball is at the 31. Lex Dusick is at the top of the screen. Handoff up the middle. 25, 24-yard line. That's Bryson Ballard. Boy, he is a tough runner. You give it to him right up the middle. He is going to push people backwards.
Yeah, good run there by Bryson Ballard, able to get enough for the 1st and 10 here. And that just still continues moving the drive down the field here for the Hawks.
1st and 10, Hawks at the 25. They lead at 21-14 over Eastland. Number 2 and number 7 going head-to-head. State ranked in the Lone Star State. Fullback is Ballard. Pressure coming on Fuchs, and that's going to be a sack. Fuchs is sacked. That's Brian Fielding, the sophomore. They only have 1 sack according to Max Preps. That's number 2 on the season, and it came at a great time for Eastland.
Yeah, boy, what a massive sack right there, able to get the Fuchs. I am not sure how the O-line was unable to not grab him, but boy, that's going to be a massive loss here to bring up 2nd and long.
Second down 17, 9.5 to go in the game. Clock running. Ball is on the 32. Fuchs sacked by Brian Fielding, the sophomore. His brother Brandon is the junior. Fuchs to throw. Ball is picked off.
There's a late flag, too.
The interception, Dylan Carlton, the senior linebacker.
Well, Fuchs was still in the pressure, trying to get it out early. It was a really not deep pass, real short, and that one was easy to be picked off, but we got to see what this flag is. It's going to be roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. Well, they got aggressive and they got the sack. They were trying it again. A little too aggressive on that one. It's going to be a first down for Wall. So the interception by Dylan Carlton will not count.
A massive break there for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's a big break. Eastland with the interception. They got a little head of steam on that touchdown. But Wall gets the break, and them's the breaks.
Yeah, definitely you got to be careful here on this drive. You're the Hawks. You know, they got a little bit nervous after that pressure came at them, forcing that turnover. I say keep going with what's been working so far. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving. No reason to force any passes here.
First and 10, 16-yard line. Hawks with the ball. They need to be stingy with the ball in the fourth quarter, hanging on to a 21-14 lead. Ball carrier took a huge hit on the play from Brandon Fielding. That's the junior. Brian Fielding is the sophomore. But Brandon Fielding, the linebacker, a big hit, and it's only a 2-yard gain for the Hawks.
Yeah, try to sneak something up the inside left. But once again, just a good job by the Mavericks to stay home and make the stop. Surprised not to see the pitch again from the Hawks. They've really been doing a good job with it.
Cinch Dickey got a touchdown running to the outside from 7 yards in the first half. Boy, you can hear those pads popping all the way up here in the press box on that one. Third down and 3 now for the Hawks. Big third down.
Yeah, once again, another close to convertible mark here for the Hawks. And once again, I kind of wonder if they don't get the first down here, do you still try to go for it? See if you can get that first down.
It was Joe Walker. Joe Walker will be the fullback. Double tights, double wings. Clock at 8 minutes on 3rd and 3. Big one. Right side off right tackle, and it is going to be close.
Yeah, we'll see where they mark it at. I think they're going to give it to him. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down here, though.
That was Drew Morrison, the linebacker, one of their really good defensive players, and Drewby didn't get the first down, though. He's back in the game, though, Morrison.
Oh, you're right. I thought they gave it to him. I guess he was short.
No, he didn't get it. Morrison, the junior.
So they're going to go for it here.
Joe Walker, the fullback. They give it to Morrison again. He is tough. Inside the 5.
Yeah, I think he got it this time, though.
First and goal. Oh, wow. So they brought Morrison in, and he has done a great job carrying the ball. Shout out to local singer-songwriter Darren Morrison, one of his relatives who calls him Drewby. Also related to the former mayor of San Angelo. Can they punch it in?
Ooh, boy,
Stacked up at the line this
got
time.
it.
He got it. Got it. Touchdown. Fuchs.
Yeah, I think it was Fuchs who ran it in there. See if we can get the replay here. Yeah, we're looking at it again. Yeah, I think it was Fuchs. He got caught up there by 2 men, but able to kind of twist his body around to get the ball across the line for the touchdown.
They can go up by 14 with 6:48 to go. That could have been the ball game, that drive right there. It's good. PAT good. Wall 28, Eastland 14. We'll be back with the Hawk kickoff after this on the Concho Sports Network. High school football, big game of the week.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
And we are back. The Concho Sports Network High School Football big game of the week. Here's the deal. 6:48 to go. 28-14. Wall leads it over the Eastland Mavericks. It was Mason Fuchs punching it in from a yard. And they are now ahead by 14. This is what they wanted. This was the game plan. Ball taken by Bonilla, brings it under control after dropping it temporarily. Bonilla looking to get to the outside, and there will be Wall Hawks all over him, including Jake Andrews, who got to him first.
The Hawks have done a good job defensively all night of slowing down the Mavericks, but on that last drive, of course, we saw it one play, one score, and that's something you can't afford to give up here right now against the Mavericks. You got to be able to stop Eastland here if you're the Hawk defense. Find a way to utilize that and do not give up these big plays here down the final stretch here of the ball game.
And on offense, they brought in the linebacker, Drew Morrison, to run the ball. He made some tough runs to get them down there inside the 5 and converted the 4th down. Not much there for the Mavericks on that play, as the clock runs at 6.5.
They try to run some type of sneak run there. Take another look at it. What looked like kind of like a reversal. I'm not sure, but just did not work out there. And there's a complete pass now by Eastland there. Trying to get it over the center of the field, but just unable to fully bring it in.
Morton has a touchdown pass tonight. Bonilla, the recipient. That got him back into the game. Now they're in a 14-point hole in their own territory. Looking to throw. Incomplete. Looks like a free play. Flag comes down.
Yeah, I think they got the Hawks to jump off there for a moment.
Mavericks will be at Clyde next week. Coach Houston Guy and the Wall Hawks will be at Breckenridge. Eastland scored 76 points on Breckenridge last week, but they are playing a whole different outfit this week.
Oh yeah, completely different ball game from no disrespect, but different from the Breckenridge crew.
Fielding to the left of Morton, they'll send a man in motion. Morton to throw it. Looking, throwing. Now there's his completion. And a good run after the catch.
Once again, that's the play you kind of have to be careful for if you're the Hawks. If you get a deep pass, you got to be able to get the man down immediately.
That's Dylan Wilson, the junior, on the reception. Boy, does Morton have an arm. He can throw a bullet. Just been off the mark a little tonight. Fielding right side. Here's Fielding in the sideline, tries to jump over defenders, and he'll go down. And that should be enough for a first down for Fielding.
Yeah, they're going to mark him maybe a couple yards short. They might have knocked him down, I think, earlier. It looked like he was still going out there.
He was still going. They got him out of bounds. We were on the far side from him. So it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 44. You know, they just have not lit up the Hawks like they have. They have 5 receivers over 100 yards. 9 of those receivers have scored. Alex Gonzalez has 4 touchdowns, 642 yards. Bonilla has 8 now in the air. We haven't heard from Peyton McLean, Dylan Wilson. Haven't heard from Alex Gonzalez either.
Right now, I think they're trying to fix the time on the clock. They just set it back to 5:45. But you're absolutely right about that, Darren. We haven't seen a lot of the big name receivers making a lot of receptions here tonight for Eastland, and I think that's thanks to a lot of the secondary of the Hawks.
Morton gonna go deep. Morton Incomplete.
Yeah, that was a good pass out there. Once again, just a lot of power behind the throw.
Peyton McLean, the target on that play. Isaiah Hernandez, Grayson Forbes, Chris Hicks, haven't heard from any of these weapons. It's been Bonilla.
McLean had a good look at it, too, just unable to fully bring in the ball.
Snap from the gun. Pressure coming. Morton hit. Morton in trouble. Finally, they get him. He broke a few towels.
I think the ball came out.
4 tackles, but finally they got him.
I think the ball came out there, and the Hawks got it.
Did they say he was down or not?
Yeah, that one official did come in signaling down.
Okay. Well, Morton was hit. It looked like he was about to go down. Then he wiggled free.
He escaped out, yeah.
Put up a heck of a fight. Finally, a whole bunch of green jerseys got him. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. It's going to be an Eastland timeout on 4th and 10. We'll be back on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. It's a Friday night in Wall, Texas. This is where you want to be. The battle of 2 undefeateds, 2 top 10 teams, district foes. But the Wall Hawks have delivered so far. They lead 28-14. 5 minutes to go in the game. Eastland has to convert this 4th down. 4th and 10 from the 39. Barron Morton, the quarterback. Morton throws. Morton.
I think it's incomplete.
Incomplete. He tried to hit Peyton McLean, and it was broken up.
Boy, and it was a beautiful pass, too. I mean, just perfectly on point. Just looks like really good defense there from the Hawks coming in to force that incompletion.
So Wall takes over with a 14-point lead, and they can eat a lot of clock on this and remain undefeated.
Yeah, you kind of think back to the third quarter when both teams utilized those first timeouts. I had a feeling that was going to come back to play on either one if they could not succeed out of it. And in the end, the Hawks were able to come up with the most out of it. And then now we saw Eastland use that last timeout. So it's going to be very hard to try to get that ball back with a lot of time on the clock.
Mavericks with 1 timeout. Wall has 2. Here's the handoff. And Bryson Ballard has done a great job. A tough run from Bryson Ballard close to the 30-yard line. Want something to eat while watching your favorite games this weekend? San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery delivers all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from the iTunes or Google Play Store. San Angelo To Go, the local way to go. If you're watching on a Saturday morning, thank you for getting up and watching us for our 10 a.m. stream. 4:20 to go. 2nd and 1. Ballard is the fullback. They're going to give it. No, they're going to keep it. Fuchs will keep it on the play. Nope, Ballard. From our vantage point,
it's kind of hard.
A little hard to see what the camera's seeing. It's going to be 3rd down and 1, but the clock is running at 4 minutes. Eastland can only stop it one more time. Any points at all on this drive will effectively put the game away.
Yeah, I'd say just keep it on the ground here if you're the Hawks.
Eastland showed some life, then fell behind 14. And that may be where they will stay. Look at Drew Morrison go. Drew Morrison to the 24-yard line.
A quick play there by Drew Morrison, just cutting it left side, finding the gap from his offensive line and getting a big first down there to keep this drive alive and the clock ticking.
Morrison has 1 sack on defense, 55 solo tackles. He has an interception. They have fumble recoveries from 8 players on defense. And now they put him on offense at fullback, and he's doing a great job. They weren't quite ready for Drew. Now Ballard is the fullback. And it's Morrison going to keep it.
I'd be curious to see whether maybe they marked forward progress on this run.
3 yards. Drew Morrison wearing 12, Bryson Ballard number 14. 2.5 minutes to go. They are taking their time. Kai Herbert comes into the game. Under center is Drew Morrison. They have put him in at quarterback, and he's going to keep it, and a whole bunch of Eastland Mavericks drive him backwards.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they...
Yeah, they put him in at quarterback now.
But they're going to use their last timeout here.
Timeout Mavericks. That's it. No more. 2:07 to go. 28-14. Wall with the ball. 3rd and 3. We'll be back after this on the Concho Sports Network. High school football big game of the week.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
So Drew Morrison, the last couple of drives, has come in at quarterback. He's done a heck of a job, too. 3rd down and 3. 2:07 to go in the ball game. 28-14, and whistles blow. They may have started a little soon.
Yeah, they might have here. Or it might be a timeout.
Going to be a timeout on Wall. We'll keep it here. I want to remind you, if you want the perfect spot to eat before or after the game, head over to Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road in Southwest Plaza. They make the best wings in town, so stop by before or after the game on Friday night. Celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road in San Angelo. You can also celebrate your Saturday, Sunday games there as well. And remember to watch the Concho Sports Network High School Football Game of the Week every Saturday at 10, and after that, anytime on demand. Watch on your favorite platform. Search Concho Sports on Roku or Fire TV to download the Concho Sports Network app. You can also watch at conchosports.com and on YouTube and Facebook. I always enjoy getting up with my college game day on Saturdays. Then 10 o'clock, watch the first airing of the game. I tell people, big game like this, you want to watch it, ignore the score on Friday and watch it as if it were live.
Yeah.
Drew Morrison in at quarterback.
First down here might put this ball game away.
It's 3rd and 3 to seal the ball game. Morrison bows under. And Drewby straight ahead across the 10, and he is going to have that first down. And the Hawks are going to win this game.
Excellent run there, just a simple run right up the middle. An excellent job there by the offensive line, able to once again create separation from the defensive front. Enough for a 1st and 10 here, and pretty much wrap this one up here for the Hawks.
You may have incorrectly said that Fuchs scored that last touchdown when it was actually Morrison. We'll have to find that. From our vantage point, we couldn't see.
Yeah, it's hard from our.
It's a little harder to see from where we are. 1:37 to go. They can kill the clock, and they will beat number 7 Eastland. Well, this is what Wall does, and I honestly, going into this game, I thought there's no way they're going to get ahead by a touchdown or so and just hang on to that. They're going to have to score a lot of points against Barron Morton in this team, and this defense has showed just how good they are against a Division I level quarterback.
Yeah, this is a really good defense. We were wondering about that. We said the defense was going to have to be able to answer, have to be able to apply the pressure to really get some stops here. And, boy, they did that all night. He could never really get in synced in the ball game. And it's going to be a massive win here for the Hawks tonight, and that's really going to help solidify themselves as they make their mark heading into further district play, kind of solidifying themselves as a good champ for district. And, once again, another good example of helping them to get to that big state championship later on down this year.
One more kneel down will do it. Clock is at 35. Morrison will kneel it, and we'll shake hands and head to the house. Disappointing trip for the Eastland Mavericks. They got within 7 in the third quarter. Just great defense from Wall and lack of offensive production. They had some opportunities, passes a little off the mark. With 12 seconds, Drew Morrison kneels it down, and the final 5 seconds will roll off the clock, and that's going to put this one in the record books. The final score, the Wall Hawks 28, the Eastland Mavericks 14. Wall Hawks will go to 8-0, 3-0 in the district. Eastland moves to 7-1 and 2-1. 28-14, Wall wins. We'll be back with our post-game show to wrap this one up after this on the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week. Well, the celebration is on. The Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week this week has wrapped up, and the Wall Hawks, in impressive fashion, go 8-0, 3-0 in the district by defeating the Eastland Mavericks 28-14. So number 2 Wall over number 7 Eastland 28-14. Eastland will go to 7-1 and 2-1 in the district, which will even them up with Jim Ned, who they still have to play, and that's a tough team. Darren Prater here with Vincent Salazar. This is just what Wall wanted. Get ahead by a touchdown or so, play ball control, and win the game that way. I didn't know if they could do it because Baron Morton and this offense for Eastland, high octane, but they didn't show a lot tonight.
No, they absolutely did not. And you really got to thank this Wall Hawk defense up front. I mean, they did everything right. They brought a lot of pressure onto the quarterback there for the Mavericks. He's unable to really get going at all in the ball game. Made a few big passes, but, I mean, he's just seemed completely off all night. But you got to thank a lot of that. Also to the secondary. Did some good job getting some good breakups. They got that big turnover. They did everything they needed to do to come out with a big win here tonight over the Mavericks.
Here's how it all went down. First quarter with 2:24 to go in the opening period. Mason Fuchs to Connor Dierschke on a pass, 34 yards. Fedor's PAT good, 7-0 Hawks at the end of the first quarter. And then Eastland gets back in it. The second quarter with 4.5 minutes to go. Anthony Bonilla, who played a great game on both sides of the ball, a great athlete. On 3rd and 1, they line up in the straight tee, which they're not known for. He takes off, breaking tackles, a 35-yard touchdown run. The point after was blocked, so Wall retained the lead 7-6. And then, before halftime, it was Cinch Dickey on a 7-yard run around the right side to make it 14-6 Wall with the extra point. They were perfect on those. Fedor was perfect on those tonight. Third quarter, it was Fuchs on 2nd and goal, a 1-yard run, 21-6. And at that point, we thought, well, with this defense, that's where it's going to stay. Not so fast. 1:56 to go, third quarter. Baron Morton got his touchdown pass to Anthony Bonilla, 68 yards. A lot of that came after the catch. A good run after the catch. The yak. I've been wanting to say that all night. The yards after catch. The yak. 68 yards. And then they go for 2. It's Bonilla on a run, 21-14. They had a pass interference call on the first attempt for 2. They got it on the second one. 21-14. We have a game going into the fourth quarter. But then Morrison comes in. And I apologize to the Wall fans. Fuchs, I believe it was a wrist injury. He went out. I thought that he came back in. Morrison scored on the 1-yard run. So let me redo that. Here's Morrison from a yard out. Touchdown, Drew Morrison. With 6:48 to go in the game, PAT 28-14. 36 plays for the Wall Hawks in the second half to 11 for Eastland. Ball control. Give it up for the Wall Hawks. 408 total yards in the game. Eastland had 227. In the air, Wall had 83 yards from Fuchs. The leading receiver was Connor Dierschke, who had the touchdown to open up the scoring in the game. He had 78 yards receiving. 173 yards in the air for Morton and company, with Anthony Bonilla, 127 yards, the leading receiver. Rushing, Wall had 325. Eastland only had 54. Not much there. The leading rusher was Bryson Ballard for Wall with 63 yards. And Eastland's leading rusher was Bonilla, leading receiver and rusher. He was all he had on offense. 39 yards is all he had. Once again, Wall, 408 yards. Eastland, 227, which probably surprises a few people as highly touted as the Eastland offense was coming into this. But again, a good job by Drew Morrison coming in and keeping the ball and just running. He did a great job coming in for Fuchs, and we hope that Fuchs is okay. Also, Chase Rios went out in the second quarter. We hope he is okay as well. But that's pretty well going to do it for us. Again, Eastland goes to 7-1, 2-1, 8-0, 3-0 in district for the Wall Hawks. I want to thank Sean, our cameraman, both Seans actually. Moneyball Mike is the statistician, and man, he came in here and did a great job, helped correct us on a few things, and we really appreciate it, man. All right. And, of course, Shay Harris, our executive producer. That's going to wrap it up. Vince, hey, man, good times.
Oh, yeah, I had a great time tonight. Another excellent outing here. Well, there's something going up with my microphone. Not sure what's going on. But,
you can share mine.
It was really a great one, man. I'm looking forward to next week. We've got some more great action lined up for us. And, boy, if it's anything like we had tonight,
yeah,
it'll be another exciting outing.
Battle of the top 10. Somebody's had to go. It was Eastland's. The final score, the Wall Hawks 28, the Eastland Mavericks 14. For Vincent Salazar and the Concho Sports Network High School Football Big Game of the Week, I'm Darren Prater. Have a great weekend. So long, everybody.